Hello. Welcome, gamers. It is Monday, March 18th, 2024. And this is today's art. It's me with the water gun, which somehow has a lot of water in it, despite being very small. It's not even attached to anything. But that's how it is, you know, it's a mystery. We'll never really know. But anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome Simulder. Welcome Stanley. Welcome Nutritious. Brooke. Stream Element. Namington. Cass. Franklin. Glitchy Beta. Koku. Watch Precure. Also, let me go to my redeems page so that your redeem will show up. So that your fishing hat that you have redeemed is there. Anyway, this is here. We got this. We're gonna put this over here, the bottom, and then we will resume from where we left off. So it's been a while since we played this game. It's been maybe like 4 weeks. I should post that in the Choco cord for free drawing tickets. Post what? Post what? What? This thing? My doodle? What are drawing tickets? I don't know what those are. Is that her? It's her new. She's doing a daily drawing event thing? What the? I don't know. I don't pay attention to Discord. I don't know what's happening there. What's the daily drawing event thing? You tell me, okay? I know she does redeems on her stream, but I don't know. I don't know what this is about. Anyway, we're gonna continue. We're going to do last time we played this game, we finished the golf course. That took a while. We have other ones we could do. We could clean a food truck. Let's do that one. Sure. This will reset progress on other bonus jobs. That's fine, right? I don't have other bonus jobs that I haven't done. It is concerning that it would tell me that it would clear my progress. Even though I imagine it's fine. It's probably fine. Okay, we're just gonna go. Every day you post a sketch and get raffle tickets. Raffle tickets for a Choco sub? What? I don't understand. Oh, maybe I should read the Discord. I don't know what that's for. Is that to get gifted a sub? Like, I don't need that. I could pay for my own. I've been doing that. Also, I realized I remembered to cancel my sub and automatically renew. Sorry, cancel the automatically renewing sub and manually renew every time. Because I brought this up before, but did you know if you're one of those people that resubs 6 months at a time, prepaid, 6 months they discount it. So it's like instead of paying the typical $5 a month, it's like 4 something a month if you pay 6 months in advance. However, when that sub renews, it'll be the default price, which is the maximum, you know, the $5. And you have to remember to manually cancel it and then manually renew it. So I have canceled my renewal of some subs. Yeah, really, I didn't know that. Also, welcome Saw, welcome Tuna. So it's like, you know, when I used to get the emails that were like, hey, your sub is gonna renew, I'd just be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So thank you, Neo0, for the renewal. I was like, yeah, that makes sense, you know, last time I paid for this was 6 months ago, it's gonna renew, okay. And then I don't look at the price, because, you know, I assumed it was also $25 instead of $30. But then I looked at it, and it wasn't. So now, whenever I get that reminder, I'm like, thank you, Twitch, for reminding me, I'm going to cancel. And then I will manually renew it. So I've done that. Choco Jack's sub is one of those. Northern Line is one of those. I think Hamflow's renewal is coming up sometime soon as well. Actually, I think a lot of them are coming up because September, right? That was about 6 months ago. So you know, if you subscribe to people in September for 6 months at a time, that renewal is coming up soon. So you could consider canceling and manually renewing. But now you don't. And now you can save money, and your streamer can get the same amount of money. You're just paying extra money to Twitch for nothing. How dare you. Look, we got a gnome out here. This is hamburger. Monster ham. Burger. With exclamation marks. Wait, this isn't monster. Is this graffiti? Are you seeing this? Hold on. We think it says Monster Ham. However, this is covering some other text. It is not Monster Ham. It is Muck and Ham. I would say the graffiti name sounds better. Muck and Ham? That's not what I want. Monster Ham. Yeah, I think Monster Ham is better. But I know it's a pun because, you know, Muckingham is the name of this location, and they got, you know, Muckingham. It's a pun on the location. Muckingham Palace. As you all know, this game takes place in fictional Britain. And Muckingham is one of those places. And I wonder if they named it that because it was gross. You know, look at all this gross stuff. Look at all this muck from Pokemon. But it's not. It is its own thing. Also, I've gotten pinged on Slack. What is this? People replying to a thread that I do not need to look at. That's fine. Also, I should probably make this smaller. This thing right here. Put that right there. And then we continue washing. I should also put the chat over here so it's not blocking the progress on the left side. Muck is dirt, as in mucky. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like this stuff. This stuff right here. This muck right here. What is this thing? I simply don't know. It's not a word I want associated with my food. Exactly. Monster Ham is much better of a name. Look at this graffiti though. Who would do this? Run? For what? Why would I run? Oh wait, we have access to this thing. Hold on, this thing is a lot better. I should have been using this the whole time. Monsters, yeah, as we learned from Dungeon Meshi, monsters are apparently good. I haven't watched the show or read the manga. But that is what I'm aware of. That they eat monsters and that it's good. Anyway, it is Monday. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. I have programmed some things at work. And it's good. I did some load testing of stuff and it seems good. And actually, this past weekend, I did some programming as well. You know how every weekend I draw, like, this thing on the bottom left? I draw all the things for the week. And I noticed every time I did it, it was kind of annoying having to, like, export, resize things, and, like, optimize the PNGs and all that. I don't do that daily. No, I do them all on the weekend. I don't want to do them throughout the week. It's easier to just carve out, like, you know, a little bit of time on one day and just do it all. But it was kind of annoying because every time I do it, I export, like, a zip file, and then, like, you know, it goes on my computer, and then I have to unzip it, and then I have to, like, individually crop every one of those images. And then, you know, like, when you post on Twitter, some people don't know this. On Twitter, if you post a transparent image, if it's above a certain file size, Twitter will make it non-transparent. It'll just add like a white background on it. So then in addition to cropping, I have to like upload it to like a PNG optimizer website. And I have to do that like for every one of the images. It's kind of annoying. And then I have to like download them and then have to like rename them. And so I was like, why don't I just write a script that does this? You know, I export the zip file to my computer. The script will just unzip it somewhere. It'll automatically crop, you know, because they're transparent. You can just crop out the edges and whatnot. And then it'll send them to the API of the PNG optimizer website. And then I did it, and it should save so much time. It'll save several minutes per week. And over the course of many years, it'll add up to something. I already feel like it's proving to be very useful. So that's there, and it's nice. And it's only like a few lines of scripting. Sounds complex. It is not complex at all. The whole thing is perhaps like the 4 lines of bash scripting. Alright, you just unzip to a temporary directory, and then you just run ImageMagick, and that it's built into ImageMagick. You just give it an image, you tell it to trim the image, and what it'll do is it'll look at the 4 corners of the image. And then any pixels that are of that, it'll just crop it until it sees something else. And you know, since it's transparent, it just does that. And then you can add some padding around it as well. That's like 1 line. And then it does that, and then it saves it somewhere. Like on tin tape. Yeah, it's just called convert. Which is kind of messed up. And then they have what else do they have? Oh yeah, and then it writes it somewhere, and then I have... It's like, you know, the PNG optimizer website has like an API. I've been using that, actually. This is not new to me. Every time I post an animated GIF, I also post the sprite sheet. And that one, since I've been doing that so much, I also have to put that through a PNG optimizer. So I already had that command down. And then, you know, it'll just loop through the files and then get the optimized PNG and then save them. And then it'll rename the file so that it has has the current timestamp. Sorry, not the timestamp, the date. I know that enterprise Silicon Valley scale image pipelines literally call ImageMagick. I sure do. That's where all the vulnerabilities are. Welcome, Bone Miser. 3 nozzles. I earned this. I had to spend money to get this. Not real money, but in-game money. But yeah, it is messed up that the command is just called convert though. They have multiple top-level commands. There's one called montage. That's what I do to convert a GIF into its frames. There's one called... I don't know. What's the name for it? Convert is the main one. Those 10 tape talking about. Are you paying attention to this conversation, Watch Break here? We're talking about image conversion. It's been what I've been yapping about. I'm getting pinged on Slack, so what the frick is that? Can I mute this thread? I'm going to mute this thread on Slack. This conversation does not involve me. Turn off notifications? Sure. You're making coffee? Well, now you know. Let's talk about the script that I have for optimizing my images. But yeah, that's there. It works. It's going to save so much time. And it will be cool. Because like every once in a while, like if I draw something, artists, you might understand this thing. When you draw something and then you export the image and then before posting it, you realize that you do something wrong and then you have to like go back to it and then like do everything over again. It's like assuming I did everything correctly the first time is not too big a deal. But then it's like when I draw something and then I go back to it and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to add this thing. And then I have to like re-export it, I have to like do the whole thing again. I have to like, you know, recrop it, re-optimize the PNG and all that. That stuff adds up. And then every time you look at it, you're like, oh man, I have to do this again. Now that I have the script, it should just work. It just run one command. And it'll just do all of it. Hey, make your video. Yeah, I feel like it's more annoying for video editing. I don't personally do video editing, but like, it takes a long time to for it to re-render and all that. What is tom yum? It is a type of soup. I haven't had it in a while, but it's okay. It's soup. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of soup. I feel like it's got a little bit of sourness to it, which is maybe part of the appeal, but I am not a huge fan. It's fine though. I wouldn't go out of my way to order it, but if it was provided, I would eat it. It's got a little bit of sour. Also, welcome Handflow. Yeah, so many you gotta redo it. Gotta re-optimize. You gotta repost. Look, we got Muck and Hamburgers. Come try their new volcano burgers. Only $7, but the dollar sign is on the right side. And also, if this is, I thought this was in the UK. Why are they using dollars in the UK? Some kind of weird reverse world where the UK uses dollars. Is this a real nozzle? I don't know. I don't do power washing in reality, so I'm not sure if this is real. Could be. This may exist in real life. But considering I've never seen it in any power washing videos, I kind of doubt. I think it probably was made up for this game. Which is reasonable. Money conversion. But like, the developers are in the UK. I'm pretty sure this game takes place in the UK because the developers are from the UK, perhaps. Also, what the frick is with this? Oh, this is lettuce. This lettuce is extremely not the shade of green that I would expect from lettuce. How often do I use the command line? Every day. Almost literally every day. But I'm at work, I'm using it. On the weekends, well, now that I have this script, I do it every day. Not every day on the weekend, but like on Sunday. I do have my terminal open at all times, though. Not work stuff, like all the time. You know, when I vacuum, I open up Vim. Yes, I use Vim. When I vacuum my room, you know how sometimes you have like... It's not when I'm vacuuming... okay, there's my Stream Deck, right? And sometimes, you know, I don't want to be pressing buttons and having that enter stuff into some window somewhere. I just open up Vim, go into insert mode, and then I start vacuuming the top of my Stream Deck, and it might just press random things. It might post like, you know, random Twitch emotes, but it's fine because it's in Vim. I could just open like an arbitrary text editor, but I choose to open Vim. That's what I do. What do I use? For vacuuming? Or for what? For the command line? I don't know. You gotta be more specific. In the terminal? Oh, like for what? As my shell? Or as my... As what? As my terminal? You can... I use a Kitty terminal. Oh, mostly because you can configure it all from Nix. Yeah, vacuum. Do you all vacuum your keyboards? I have like an air blower that I use. Although I do unplug my keyboard before I do that. I welcome you, Namington. I think I did. I think you were here earlier. You were here. Have I installed Fast Fetch? I don't know what that is, so probably not. Blow the gunk out. Do you use like a compressed air canister? It's like NeoFetch. I don't know what that. I don't know what that is. What is NeoFetch? Yeah, I have the rechargeable air blower thing. Cause like last time I was cleaning out my my computer, I was like thinking, oh, maybe I should get some compressed air. And then I was like, oh, but then like you gotta keep buying compressed air. It'll run out at some point. And then I was like, there's gotta be like an electrical powered one, right? And there is, and then I bought it, and I've been using it every week. Yeah, it's a compressed air except reusable. Prints out stats about your machine and OS. NeoFetch? But why would I need that? I already know what my machine stats and OS are. I use my airbrush compressor. That's the electrical powered one, right? It's pretty cool. Also cool ASCII logo. Oh, is that what people use whenever they're like, here's my OS, and then they post like their terminal and their wallpaper, and then it's got like the Arch logo on it? No, I don't care enough to do something like that. But maybe, I guess that makes sense. That's what people use? Okay. I have seen people use that. I think I don't care enough to do something like that. It's from Harbor Freight. What is that? I simply don't know. Anyway, what was I talking about? Programming. Image optimization. So I did that yesterday, and it took me maybe like 20 minutes to do. Install Ubuntu. Is that Ubuntu with KDE? I don't know. I haven't used desktop Linux in a while. I'm just on that Mac OS life, you know. It is. I've mentioned before. I'm a fan of XFCE. Back when I used to use it. But it's been a while. I'm sure things have changed. Things are very different now. Last time I used it was probably like 10 years ago. I used to use Arch, and then I was tired of everything breaking, so I stopped. Now I'm just using Mac. Never tried Arch. I personally would not recommend it unless you like things breaking. Unless you like manually doing everything. If you like customizing everything. I used to enjoy that, and then after some time I was just like, I just want it to work. I don't want to spend my time debugging all this stuff. You might say it's a skill issue, and it probably is. But I'm in a different stage of my life where I don't want to be customizing things anymore. Welcome, Hamp. Or did I greet you, Hamp? Don't think I did. No, I definitely did not. Okay. Manjaro. I don't really know too much about that. You weren't here. I know. I scrolled up to make sure that you weren't already here. Imagine greeting someone twice? That's messed up. It has happened. I should have like a Stream Deck thing. I should have like a bot that listens to Twitch to find out the first thing they said during the stream. And then there should be a button that's like, greet this person, and then I click the button and then it goes to the next name. Could be something I could work on. Make sure that I don't miss any greetings. And that I don't multiply greet someone. Endeavor or Cashy OS. I have not heard of any of those. Anyway, I don't know. I just use Nix now. I feel like the OS that I use, since I don't use desktop Linux, I mostly just care about like the command line stuff that gets installed. You could use Nix even if you're not on Nix OS. So, you know, I'm using Mac, I have everything, all my command line stuff is all configured via Nix. It's nice, you know. You get a new computer, just run a command, I have all my commands available. All my Vim plugins are there, all the language dependencies. It's good. You could have a text-to-speech bot that greets for you. No, but it's gotta be personal. You can't just have a bot greet everyone for you. Because someone will show up and they'll be like, can't wait for Wolfie to greet me. And then like a bot says it. No. Have I installed stuff from Homebrew or Mac ports? I used to. Well, okay, there's stuff that you have to install that's not like command line. Like, you know, when you install Chrome, you could go on the Chrome website and install it. I use Homebrew to install that stuff. Graphical user stuff, I use Homebrew to install, if it's there. Otherwise, I have to use the website. But command line stuff, I just use Nix. I recommend LS. I've had no problems with LS. I don't really feel like changing. Just have the aliases in there. Anyway, that's something I did this weekend. Programming. Remember when I had that idea about like having like a semantic search for my YouTube video transcripts? I was like working on that, and then I got into Balatro, and then I haven't gotten back to it. Maybe I should at some point. One of those lettuce things should be red. It looks like it's weird, right? There should be like a tomato in here somewhere. It's not. It's kind of messed up. It's hecked up what they did to this burger. This is like too much lettuce, right? You look at a sandwich, sorry, a burger. It's got like 2 layers of lettuce. It's too much. Also, what is this? Oh, this is the volcano burger. This is like the eruption. It is a bit strange. Maybe it's fine. Maybe that was the reason. They intended for it to be strange. That's how they live in this area of the world. Semantic search for VODs is a fun idea. I think so, right? Because I'd be like, yeah, when did I talk about this thing? And then I'll just type in the general thing we were talking about. And then it'll just show it. So when did I talk about dogs? When have I talked about cats not understanding things? When did I talk about this thing? And then it could work. I mean, ketchup and mustard squirting out the top does not sound like the best idea. I don't know if this is mustard. This might be cheese. So mustard would be a bit more yellowish. It could also be a worm. Just an orange worm coming out of the burger. Got the burger filling this. Thing. Oh, it's the burger sauce. You can see from the top left the burger sauce. Okay, what part did I not wash? I have not washed this. It kind of also looks like the Pokemon known as Shuckle. You all know that Pokemon? Doesn't it kind of look like this? It's like a little worm coming out of a whatever that thing is. What is that thing? Like a coral thing? Yeah, it totally looks like that. It's the same thing except as a burger. Yo, what if they had Pokemon, but like they were like burgers? You didn't know that was even a Pokemon? What was the last Pokemon game you played? That's been out for a while. But yeah, if it was like a newer Pokemon, I would not know. Vim is part of Mac? It sure is. Pokemon X and Y. Is that the one that they're gonna remake? Oh no, they're making... Sorry, they're not remaking it. They had rumors that they were going to remake it. And then they revealed that they were making, what, Pokemon Legends... the ZA or whatever? A different thing. The prequel. Good old Pokemon Legends. Welcome Ronmu. Got the burger out here. Okay, the burger bun has got to be washed. The goat is washed. What if they had a goat out here? What if this was a goat burger? You ever had a goat burger? I don't think I've ever even seen one. It's always like beef. Is anyone here of the opinion that like burgers have to be beef? Because like, you know how in the US we have like chicken sandwiches? We call them chicken sandwiches here, but they have the same bun as burgers. But then I think in some places it's like for it to be a burger, it has to be beef or turkey. I guess turkey burger is also a thing. But like, why don't we call it chicken burgers? You ever think about that? It's like, it's always chicken sandwiches. Even though it's a burger bun. You can use bison or elk. Okay, but like, what about chicken? If it has chicken, would it inherently be a sandwich? Is burger only for like dark meat? These are things you don't tend to think about. Chicken burger would involve ground chicken. Would it though? If it's a fillet, it's just a sandwich. I guess that is true of these burgers as well. That is true. When you think about like steak, like if you were to just put steak in between burger buns, would you say, we wouldn't really say it's a steak burger, right? You'd say it's like a steak sandwich. It's the fact that the meat is ground up that makes it a burger. Who knows? These are things that no one ever asks. We've never considered the logistics of this. It is called a steak burger? I don't know. I've never seen one. What about chicken fried steak? Steak burger? Steak sandwich? Words. What do words mean? How do people choose the meaning? You're telling me a steak burged this shrimp? You're telling me that shrimp can't... How is shrimp gonna get a job now? I find it quite simple. Chicken. Okay, there's many places I haven't washed. Have not washed this mirror. Have not washed... Oh, these wheels have not been washed like at all. Gotta wash this thing. And also, oh look at these. The bottom of these wheels have not been washed. Unbelievable. What are they even paying me for? Look at this license plate. Power wash 51 meters. What do they mean by this? Okay, we wash this thing. The front wheel has been washed. Anyway, what else did I do this weekend? I did not really do too much. I played a lot of Balatro, as usual. I watched a tier list of the good jokers in Balatro, and then it changed my opinion about certain things. You know, I used to not like Square Joker, and then I started playing using it, and I'm like, actually, this is pretty good. Gotta look for some scaling jokers. Yeah, everyone's playing it, because it's good. It's a good game. Everyone that I've seen who've played it has gotten really into it. Even people that wouldn't normally play it. Have I seen Backpack Battles? I have. Northern Lion has played it a lot. I've watched many of it. Shia plays it. I feel like it's like one of those games I also don't understand. I'm sure like if I played it, I'd be really into it. But just looking at it, it's like there's so many items, there's so many effects happening. Like, what is happening? I don't know what any of this is. But you know, I had the same thing with Balatro. I watched people play Balatro, I never understood it. But then I played it myself, and I'm like, this is actually fun. So maybe the same thing is true of Backpack Battles. I don't know if I feel like playing it though. Maybe at some point I will. But at the moment I have no plans of playing it. Has anyone here played it? I know people are playing it more now because it's out of early access. It is now fully released. And even the creator of Balatro also tweeted about it. So check out this game. It's a good game. And people do be playing it. Try not to play because I need to do things. Also true. It's now late. It's now regular access. We're no longer early. It is now late. No, it's not late. It's regular. Will it ever be late access? Kinda scratches the Super Auto Pets itch, but is different. It's a lot more complicated, but also apparently a lot simpler. Like, I think because Super Auto Pets is so simple, people tend to be, like, really optimal about things. This is what I heard from, like, watching Northern Lion play it. Is that Super Auto Pets looks very simple, and because it is simple, it's actually very complicated. The meta is complex. And then I think apparently Backpack Battles has so much going on that you don't need to optimize so much because like you don't really know what's happening. There's no way you can optimize all these items. Super Auto Pet it's got all the min-maxing going on. And that's why it's a complex game. But I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll play it. For now, I have no plans of doing so. I'm glad to see people are enjoying it, though. Like, if you picked up that game, are you now playing less Balatro? Are you like, man, I would love to complete these Balatro runs, but however, I need to play Backpack Battles instead? I could see that being a thing. You have been playing less. That's what I'm saying. That's how things go. You get really into a game, and then you find another game, and then you just play that game. Got discouraged trying to get gold stake. I still haven't gone up to there yet. But I heard from the videos I've seen of people playing Balatro at high stakes, a lot of it just comes down to like resetting your run to get the good jokers early. And like, that does not sound as fun. But, you know, it's probably fine. I'm still enjoying it. In fact, I have it scheduled for tomorrow. I have like so many streams of it. Unlisted streams on YouTube. Of just me playing through the game. It's a lot of luck. But I think a lot of people in the high stakes, they just focus on getting pairs and high card. It's more reliable. You rely more on the jokers than on the actual hands. You need certain jokers to show up. Yeah, you need like some scaling jokers. That's why apparently Square Joker is good. In low stakes, I'm like, man, Square Joker, you get like plus 4 chips every hand. That like this sucks. But then like after actually playing it, I'm like, I understand now. It's actually pretty good. Welcome to Setter. You think it's more fun at lower stakes where you can make worse jokers work, you know? That's, you know, that's how games tend to be. There's like a meta. And then at the higher levels, everything just evolves to that meta. Just like Pokemon, you know? People that play Pokemon casually, you can use whatever Pokemon. But then if you play it at the high levels, there's like well-established metas. They're like, oh, you're playing this Pokemon? Oh, look at they don't even know. It was last year's meta. This Pokemon, oh man, this they don't even know. Don't even know that this Pokemon is not even good anymore. Things like that. But I've never gotten into competitive Pokemon. I don't think I ever will. There's games out there. People could be playing games. You could be gaming right now. Instead of watching this stream, you could be gaming. Doesn't even know Smogon. Yeah, Smogon D's. Haha, got him. I know what that is. It's a website. It's a website for competitive Pokemon battling. Is that even the meta anymore? Isn't there like another one, Pokemon Showdown or something? I don't know. Pokemon. Who's out here even playing Pokemon? You playing Pokemon? Anyone playing Pokemon right now? They should have Super Auto Pets, but with Pokemon. I think it would pop off. Many people have been saying this. The people demand it. Super Auto Pokemon. People would pay so much money for this. And then they would get addicted, and then they'd be like, man, why would they do that? Smogon is a competitive community. Oh, so it's like just like a forum that people use. It's like a website that shows all the Pokemon stats and the builds and stuff. I feel like I've been on that website before, but I've never actually used it. Pokemon. What did they have before Pokemon Showdown? People just like battle like on their actual hardware, like on the actual DS and Switch. Like friend code lobbies. I don't know. Pokemon. Okay, hold on. What have I not watched? Oh, I have not watched this. What else? This one was pretty fast. Compare this to like the golf course. I guess it is just a truck. In the olden days, you need to actually grind. Yeah, you have to like get the perfect IV Pokemon. You have to like ride your bike. To breed Pokemon. None of that. It's all virtual now. People don't care about real Pokemon anymore. None of this organic Pokemon stuff. Farm-raised Pokemon? No. Pokemon created in a lab. Pokemon Showdown. You have no emotional attachment to your Pokemon. They're just numbers. Just stats. GMO Pokemon. They're just engineered to have perfect EVs and IVs. You no longer need to put in the manual effort trading them. Forming friendship. Man, friendship? Who's doing that? It's all about the numbers now. Hecked up. But you know, at the end of the day, they are just numbers. You're like, no, Wolfie, Pokemon are real. Oh, I have an emotional attachment to my Pokemon. No, they're just numbers. Numbers and data. And that's why they're cool. Because some numbers, you have emotional attachment to some numbers. Other numbers are worse than other numbers. These numbers that you get from the Pokemon Showdown, they're not as organic, okay? Friendship. Why not friend plane? What about friend tank? What about friend train? Or friend Electric vehicle. Friend plane. Statistically the safest way to travel. What if it's a Boeing though? What the heck is going on with Boeing anyway? They like killed a guy or something? They've been having like hardware issues with their planes. When did this happen? Like, has this always been a thing? I feel like it's been like such a recent thing. You see people that are like, I don't want to go on a Boeing plane anymore. Yeah, I remember. I used to, you know, when I go to Japan, I don't know what kind of planes those were, but they were probably Boeings. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of interesting that two ways of playing Pokemon have gained popularity that are completely opposite. Nuzlocke and competitive. One is maximum attachment, one is zero attachment. It is true. The Pokemon are irreplaceable. Bowling is under a lot more scrutiny now, so we hear even minor things. There are some serious issues. But I don't remember this being such a big deal until recently. Like, if you asked someone 5 years ago, like, if they cared what plane they were taking, they'd be like, I don't know, it's just a plane. But now it's like, if you ask someone, they're like, I will never take a Boeing plane. They will crash, the doors will like fall off. Or whatever. All started with the 737 Max. Dang. Are all their planes problematic? It took a 737 and stretched down and did a bad job. Dang. What are they doing out there? Check the screws before you take off. But are they doing that though? Try to account for differences in physics purely through software. And then they found out reality does not work like that. It's kind of scary, actually. All these things that we assume are safe might not be safe. You know, you try to, like, fly a plane, and it's like, oh, actually, there's this thing. Try to, like, you know, go on a train. Maybe there's, like, trains that have issues that we all know about. Cars, definitely. Computers. What if there's a study that shows that's like, hey, computers actually reduce our lifespan. The light emitted from your computer is actually killing you. And we don't find out until like 20 years from now. Oh, actually light is bad. Light is good, except when it comes from these specific diodes. It's literally blinding us. We're literally all dying right now. Which is true. We are all literally dying right now. Slowly. Over time. Great. It's great to know. Sorry, what is the fryers? We gotta wash the fryers. You know how it is. Just spraying water on the fryers. Maybe you all are. No, you are also. All of us are just dying. But especially me. All of us. Especially all of us. No, not me. I would never die. Okay, the headlights. This thing right here. This one. Welcome deafens. Got this thing. Got this light. Did I not wash like under it? Is that what the issue is? No, the headlight is done. It's not done. Is it the other one? Oh, the other one's not done. Yo, is that the sun or is that the moon? Have you all had like times in your area where you look up in the morning and like the moon is still out? Also, welcome Zoe. I'm going to assume that Defins was watching Zoli's stream. I saw you were streaming before I started, and I did not see what the stream was. I hope it was good. You ever like look up at the sky and see like the moon still out, even though it's daytime, and you're like, what the heck? How did that happen? Ingredient unit. This thing right here. All the time. It could be like right now. You could be seeing the moon right now. Nuzlocke. Yo, we were literally just talking about that. Not your run specifically, but Pokemon in general. I tried doing a Nuzlocke run once. Did not go well. But it was also because it was a new game. For whatever reason, I was like, Pokemon games are too easy. When I got Pokemon XY, I think. Maybe it wasn't XY. Some Pokemon game that was new at the time. Maybe it was Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Or maybe it was Black and White. I think it was Black and White, actually. I was like, Pokemon games are too easy. For my first playthrough of this game that literally just came out, I'm gonna have it be a Nuzlocke run. And then I got to like the 8th badge or something. And then I gave up. I never finished that game. That may have been the last Pokemon game. No, I played Pokemon Sun and Moon. But like, it was the last Pokemon game I played for a while. Felt similarly for Sun Moon that a friend mentioned I could set the game to set and use no in-game items. No in-battle items. Oh, to make the game harder? I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I no longer play games to get a sense of challenge. Right? I'm fine with it if a game is easy, if I'm having fun. I think the issue with Pokemon games is that it was not fun. I did not actually enjoy the Pokemon battles anymore. And then at that point I was like, why am I even playing these? This is not fun for me. So then I stopped. Not about the challenge, it's to make the game fun. It's not even possible to me. It's not even possible anymore. I feel like the industry in general has moved away from turn-based battles. Have you noticed this? There's like a lot less turn-based games now. Even Final Fantasy, like they haven't done turn-based combat in like forever. That new Final Fantasy remake, it's all like real-time action battles. Final Fantasy... There's no turn-based stuff. Yeah, Pokemon is one of the few that's still there. Still Persona and Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, but I feel like, you know, those are like the exception to the rule. You know, turn-based games like Balatro, Slay the Spire, and other famous games. I mean like turn-based RPGs, like, you know, you level up your characters and all that. That kind of stuff. Maybe I'm mistaken. I guess Dragon Quest is still around, right? I haven't really heard anyone talk about Dragon Quest games in a while. And those are presumably still turn-based. Oh yeah, Yakuza Like a Dragon. That is true. Yeah, that game series went the opposite way. They went from combat, real-time combat, to turn-based. I feel like Fire Emblem is a different kind of turn-based thing, though. It's like a tactics RPG, which is like different from the same kind of turn-based game that I'm talking about. Welcome, Darth Nomad. I'm gonna hydrate now, though. It is 6 p.m. Alright, I've hydrated. Pokemon's combat system is actually pretty deep and good though. It is true. You know, from like the competitive standpoint. It's got a meta, it's got everything. But I am not interested. Welcome Arekis as well. Okay, what about this have I not washed? This? This looks done to me. It's not done. It's not done. What's not done about this? Down here? Yeah, we're talking about Pokemon Showdown as well. Okay, well let's wash the shelf. We have also mentioned the Choco Daily Duel thing, which I did not know about. I had to have it explained to me, and I still don't fully understand it. Perhaps I will read the Discord or wherever it's posted. Find out what that's about. Did I wash the shelf? I did wash the shelf. Rear wheel arches. Doodling every day. For a raffle. Ah, this thing right here. I'm already doing that. I'm already drawing every day. Literally every day. On my phone. With my thumb. You all know that my daily eye tattoo drawings, they're done on my phone without even a stylus. When I color things, I like draw an arbitrary shape and then I resize it. I upscale the rectangles and then just put them where they need to go. So that's how it works. Okay, ingredient unit. How do I... What is this? This? Job complete. Yo, let's go. Look at that. Look at that burger up there. Look at that gnome. Did I know that you look like... I did know that. I do know this. Clean the food truck. That one was easy. Let's clean the excavator. Sure. Yo, look at this. What are they doing? What are they doing to this house? A doodle a day gives you a chance to win either 3 months of Choco Jack sub, $10 of some shop credit, 1 month of Choco sub. I see. I have no reason to participate. I'm sure someone else could use that more than I can. I'm already drawn every day. Okay, this one seems like it'd be kind of easy to clean. I can also participate for fun, but like I'm already doing it. Like not even related to the to the thing. I'm already doodling every day. I don't need to post it somewhere else. But I could. And then everyone could be like, whoa, look at this. Look at this art. Can't imagine what to draw for 15 minutes. You can have like, there's like, prompts that people do. I think like every month there's usually like some sort of like, hey, here's like this theme. On the first day of the month, you draw this thing. Second day of the month, you draw this thing. See you later, excavator. I get it, because this is a... What's this thing called? A digging thing. And draw this power wash in on the bottom left. You could just draw like something you did that day. You know how there's like daily comic day or whatever, where people draw what they did throughout the day? for every hour. So hey, it's 12 p.m. Had lunch, and then you just draw yourself eating lunch. And then like 1 p.m. was watching this stream, and then you draw yourself watching a stream. 2 p.m. continuing to watch the stream. 3 p.m. continue to watch the stream. 4 p.m. also watching a stream. 5 p.m. watch a different stream. 6 p.m. watching that same stream. 7 p.m. watch a different stream. 8 p.m. had dinner while watching another stream. 9 p.m. played a game while the stream was playing in the background. 10 p.m. had another stream on. That's how it is. That's, you know, daily comic day, whatever. I think it's actually hourly comic day, something like that. For real, for real. I was to the library today because apparently I have finally accepted that I can't study or do work at home. Get distracted too hard by watching streams. That does happen. That do be happening though. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty good at paying attention to my work while a stream is playing in the background. Like, I've gotten used to just having a random streams playing while I do something else. I think it depends, you know? It depends on who you are. Have to pay the premium of living next to the office for your future life? You can do it. You can do it. Depends what the task is. That's also true. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'll just turn off the stream if I need to focus. If I actually have to concentrate, I can't have a stream on. I usually I think if I need to concentrate, I still have the stream playing in the background, but I set the volume to like a really low number. Maybe like 10% or something. Maybe even 1%. No, I usually never completely mute a stream. I always set it to like a 1%. Because I think if you're muted, you don't count as a viewer. Something like that. Although I don't think it really matters. Because the people that I leave on in the background are not trying to get partner or anything. I don't know. I just do it. You do count. Even at 0% volume. Yeah, min-maxing the viewer count. I mean, it also counts for your, like, year-end metrics, right? You're like, you watched this many hours of this streamer. Even though I probably wasn't actively watching. But I do leave Northern Lion streams on in the background. And if he says something funny and I hear it, I'll just, like, go to the chat and type, like a laughing emote or something. Just because I know that if he says something funny, it's gonna show up in a clip. And then if my comment is in that clip, when I watch the clip, I'll be like, yo, I was there. Check it out. There's my emote. Here's my laughing emote that I posted of someone else. And it was proof that I was here. Not my emotes. I never use my own emotes. But like someone else's emote of them laughing. Almost turn your PC off? What the? Gotta be careful. Welcome, Chaos Ryan. Yo, Ryan. Time to watch NL clips to see wall. It has happened. Sometimes someone will link a clip, and then I'll be like, I was there. Check it out. Look at that comment right there. That comment in chat, that's me. Yeah, that's why I said Ryan, because Northern Lion's name is Ryan. And it was very relevant to the discussion we were having. Anyway, that's why I post emotes, because I will show up in clips. There's evidence that I was there. Netherlands reference. Yeah, no. What about times when I don't remember I was there? That does happen. I mean, sometimes it all blends together. Like, remember that whole, like, we're gonna kill this guy with hammers thing? I was there during that. But I didn't realize that the the hammers part was from the specific segment that it was from. I didn't even realize. Until it was posted, and then I was like, oh yeah, right, I was there. I was there for that. But now I know. Outro videos are entertaining. All of them are. He's never had a video that's... Okay, that's not true. He does have videos that are not entertaining. But it's like, it depends. There are games. It's mostly dependent on the game. Like, I can't watch Marvel Midnight Suns or whatever. It's too much lore. But the other stuff, good. Won your first run, congrats. It's a good accomplishment. Now, you have to do it many more times. I guess you don't have to. You could, you know, you think there's someone out there that just won like one run and then we're like, yep, that's it. Like people that aren't familiar with the concept of a roguelike. That like every run you have to like, you think you win one run and then you're done with the game. There's gotta be someone. Yep, that's Bellatrix. Am I getting new powerwash sim DLC? Maybe at some point. But there's still a lot of free content left in the game. And I have no plans of getting the DLC yet. I downloaded a book about Vim. But why? A book? You could just read random articles. Just look at people's configs on GitHub. That's what I do. Yeah, the SpongeBob DLC. Maybe I'll get that at some point. But there's like other ones, you know. There's like the free DLC. The Final Fantasy DLC. The other ones. Random Wikipedia articles. On Vim? Is there useful advice on Wikipedia about Vim? Maybe. It's possible. This thing is so blue. But I used to read ebooks. I don't really read. Does anyone here read besides reading Twitter and like some articles sometimes listed? I rarely ever read long form content. It's just not a thing that I do. Angela doesn't even know how to read manga. I have not read manga in so long. But I read chat. I'm reading your messages. I read Twitter. Sometimes I read Discord. I read captions in YouTube videos sometimes. Instead of getting back into anime, I do light novels now. That's like such a time investment though. Oh, well, I guess, wait, you think anime is more of a time investment than light novels? I guess like with anime, you have to watch it at the speed that the anime is showing it, unless you do like 2x speed or whatever. But like with light novels, I guess you could read it much faster. It is true. I know manga is definitely much faster though. My issue with when I used to read manga is that it would go too fast. I would never stop to truly appreciate the pictures. You know, like you ever reading a manga and it's like, it's got some pretty illustrations, some scenery, but then like when I'm reading it, I just skip over that. I look at it for like 1 second and I'm like, that's nice. And then I just move on until the next speech bubble. That's my problem with manga. I don't know how to stop to fully appreciate life. Anime is faster than light novel, but manga is faster than anime. Manga is too fast. Light novel is full of environment descriptions. I don't think I've ever really read a light novel. No, actually, no. I remember when Sword Art Online, the first episode of the anime came out. I did actually read some of the light novel. I think that was like the only one I've ever read. And then now Sword Art Online is so normie. But I was reading it before it was cool, okay? I can be an anime hipster. See, I don't know how to stop and appreciate life is an excellent way to describe my life. So true. I did read ahead in light novels a couple times. I have a couple at home. Which ones? Which light novels have you read? There are isekai light novels at my library. It's free. There's too many. There's too many isekai novels now. The industry has truly changed. Things aren't the same anymore. It's all about someone showing up in a different world. A bunch of volumes of bottom character Tomozaki. I've never heard of it. What's that one? What's that about? I feel like probably a lot of these ones that you're gonna name are things that I've likely never heard of. I know that one. I watched that anime. So one of the classic anime of all time. The Coat. The classic of all time. Okay, gotta watch this. Overlord. The only thing I know about Overlord is that didn't the artist of that draw Nina Kosaka? That's like the only thing I know. Also, now when I think of Overlord, I think of Unicorn Overlord. Even though I don't know anything about that game, I see that everyone's playing it. I'm like, oh yeah, Unicorn Overlord. The game. Same guy. Yeah, that guy. Couple of volumes of Infinite Stratos. I am aware of the title of that. I've never seen it or know anything about it other than its title. I have approximate knowledge of some things. I have seen No Game No Life. But not the movie though. Wasn't there a movie? No Game No Life movie? And then everyone's like, where's season 2? Oh man. Does anime manga count as isekai if the main character can travel between real and fantasy world? Probably. Nothing says they have to be stuck in that world forever. And isekai just literally just means like a different world, right? You'll believe how far I'm digging my brain for these. I've read most of these around 2014. Do you not have like a list of things though? Probably. I would assume that you probably have a list somewhere. It's like my anime list or whatever, except it's manga. Don't what? Maybe you should get on that. To be like, oh, here's everything I've read. Here's all the manga. My novel series is wild, and the anime is only the first half of the series. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Suka? What's that? I feel like I have probably heard of those. Hyoka. I remember Hyoka. I watched Hyoka the anime. I don't remember anything about it though. But there is that one artist that only ever draws Hyoka fan art. To the point where some people think those are his original characters. Thank you, Handful. I was thinking as well. I was thinking the same thing, but I did not say it. World End, short for... Oh, that. I have heard of that. I also don't know anything about it. Also, I'm getting pinged on Slack again. What is this? Oh, never mind. This is... It's nothing. It's completely unrelated. It's an automated message from a bot. Alright. I'm gonna wash these treads. I think the messed up part about this is that we don't get to wash the bottom of this. Right? We get to wash the sides. Are we just assuming that the bottom is clean? Because I find that to be very unlikely. Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess. I have also not heard of that. Check it out, we got Blue Sky. Anyone using Blue Sky? You've seen people on Twitter being like, check it out, I'm on Blue Sky now. I don't know if people are actually... Are you actually using it? Spam your Twitch links there. Or are you like following people that are actually using it though? Is it just you using it? Small man. She was there. Cross post everything. I don't know. Maybe I could start posting on there as well. Probably more likely to get people like if people are following you on Blue Sky, they're probably more likely to actually see your post. Because like on Twitter, there's like so much stuff going on, all this algorithm stuff. But then like, if someone is following you on Blue Sky, they are probably just gonna see everything you post. None of this like algorithmic stuff. Just like, just see it. Not posting on Fediverse either. That is true. I haven't checked it in a while. So welcome, Glooby. Let me shout you out. Oh, my caps lock is on. Sorry, hold on. Were you playing Final Fantasy? No, you weren't. Okay. You're playing Suikoden 3. I hope you had a good stream. I think you were playing that last time you raided me. Welcome. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you recruited many characters or whatever. Whatever it is that happens in that game. Characters joining your party. Leveling up, having stats. We're just talking about Blue Sky. The social media platform known as Blue Sky. Half of old people anti-Twitter are on Blue Sky. Oh, those old people. I was playing two less. Oh, I see. You were playing the older game. Are there 3 Suikoden games? I'm gonna assume that there's more. Considering you said you want to play the whole series, makes me think there's not just 3 games. It could be 6 games. There could be 7 games. 10 games. 5 games, let's see. It's like one of those series that like you hear about, but I've never actually played it, nor do I see many people talking about it. But the people that I know that have played it, they're always like, it's like one of the best games. You gotta check out Suikoden. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. It definitely has a dedicated audience though. Too good. I sure would hope so. Good to hear though. Is it a turn-based RPG? We were talking about turn-based RPGs earlier today. And we're like, well, at least I was like, there's fewer turn-based RPGs nowadays. In my opinion. Maybe not. Things are trending toward action-focused combat. Real-time combat. It is turn-based. Every raider coming in late to their own topic. It is true. No, we've only had one raid tonight. So thanks for stopping by, Tin Tape. Turn-based. Why not turn cringed? Am I right? What if you were already based? You won't be turning based again. The only place you can turn is cringe. And then what happens after your turn based, right? You're already based, then what? Then you just stay based. Who knows? Got mold on this thing. This thing is so green. Hold on, can I use, oh, it was on 40 degree this whole time? Dude, normally I do 25 degrees. Oh wait, I have this. I didn't realize this was available. Okay, I should have been using this the whole time. Plenty of turn cringe. Yeah, like, Yeek. That's a game, right? I think it's pronounced Y2K. But it's spelled Yeek. Is that a turn cringed RPG? Based and unbased. Based. So based. Anyway, what else is going on? What else is happening out there in this world? Oh, yesterday I spent a bunch of time looking for other itch.io games to play on Saturday. I scrolled so far down the list of free itch.io games. But like the issue is like, everything has infinite scroll now. And so like if you are looking through a very long list, you like decide you have to like stop, you can't get back to that without scrolling through all the pages again. So like I didn't want to stop. I wanted to be like, I have to like keep scrolling. Otherwise, if I'm gonna look for other games, I'm gonna have to scroll through all of these again. I think it's an unpopular opinion, but I think Octopath Traveler is pretty cringe. I have never played it, so I do not know. Fear and Hunger was a recent RPG I found out. It was a hard game. I only know about that because I've seen some people stream it. I haven't watched the streams, but I have seen that it has been streamed. And it has always been abbreviated as Funger. Fear and Hunger. Instead of saying Fear and Hunger, they just say Funger. But Octopath is kind of bad. I don't know too much about it. I think that's the one that popularized the like HD 2D style or whatever. And many people now say that style is lifeless. It's like a Unity, sorry, not Unity. Unreal Engine lighting demo. Uninspired. Maybe. Possibly. I can neither confirm nor deny because I've never played it. And I probably will never play it because it's an RPG. A lot of text. And I have no patience for text anymore. What happened to me? Why am I now so resistant to reading things that have text? Star Ocean 2 got a 2D, 3D remake. That one's pretty good. And also, I feel like I often get Star Ocean confused with Phantasy Star Online. Even though they're like totally different, the only similar thing is the word star. And I guess the second thing starts with an O. Sometimes when people just say Star Ocean, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the online game, right? It's not. It's a totally different thing. Because I'm streaming too much. There's no time to stream JRPGs. Yeah, but I feel like RPGs, they just take too much time. Yeah, both sci-fi, both Star, Ocean Online, pretty much the same thing. You can find Oceans online. Right now. You could play it online right now. Space theme stuff. The next JRPGs I'll probably play is one of the Personas or one of the Dot Hack games. Like Persona games are just also just really long. I don't know if you have to save scum in RPG games. I think nowadays a lot of them just autosave, right? Probably. Remember the days before autosave were a thing? Remember when you would have to save at a save point and sometimes you forget to save? And then you're like, oh man, to replay this again. Sometimes they like bring old games back. They don't bring autosave with it. Star Ocean is a funny series because they trick you with the sci-fi. They put you into fantasy medieval world for 80% of the game. What the? Wait, I think I've like raided into someone who was playing Star Ocean. One of the Star Ocean games at some point. And I think I did see that it was like, it did look like a medieval style RPG. I was like, huh, I thought this was like a sci-fi thing. Who knows? Games often have many genres. Starts off as sci-fi. It's like Warhammer, right? Warhammer, it's like got multiple. Warhammer 40k, regular Warhammer, etc. Alright, what else can I wash here? There's a lot of things that I have not washed. Boom cylinder brackets. Boom cylinder brackets. Okay, I have not washed this thing. I have not washed that thing either. I should probably use this ladder. Put this up there. Watch this thing. 96 hours. Like too much. That's too many hours. I have no attention span now. When I play games, it's gotta be like 5. Ideally, a game for me would be like 5 or fewer hours. Unless it's the kind of game that can theoretically be played forever, like Battletron. GU. What is GU? Goo. What is a boom cylinder bracket? Boom cylinder bracket. Oh, this thing. What the heck? Boom cylinder. Is this what it's called in real life? Boom cylinder. Swing. This isn't even fully cleaned yet. This is here. We got this one. Got that thing. We got this thing. Probably have to wash it from the other side. Right there. Okay, the bracket has been washed. Now I have to wash the other one. Somewhere. Now, how do I wash this? I don't even know which part is not washed. There? Above, perhaps? Maybe you have to wash it from this side. It's gotta be this, right? Right here? Okay. Bucket cylinder. Boom! This thing is just called Boom. It's just a boom. A boom on. Goo. Okay, bucket cylinder. There's the bucket cylinder. The bucket's right here. But oh, look, the gnome. The gnome is stuck. They've excavated the gnome. Okay, hold on. There's something here. I have not washed this. The track idler. No, I haven't washed this either. G. What does GU stand for? Goo. Gundam. Unicorn. Goo. What else? What else is going on? Anything else happening out there? In that world? In the universe? Society? What else did I do this weekend? I just watched streams. Pretty much the entire weekend was either Balatro or streaming or... No, that's all I did. That's literally all I did. No idea. We don't even know what it stands for. GU? More like G. You don't know what this means. I also don't know what bucket cylinder is. Where is bucket cylinder? If you were to name a part of the vehicle, bucket cylinder, I would think that it would be this. Oh, it is this. Wait, it is. Okay. Because like, this is a bucket. Oh, wait, this thing is literally just called a bucket? I thought it was like the shovel. Turns out this is just a bucket. Did you know this? People know that this thing is just called a bucket. Looks very not even bucket-like. It's very distinct from a bucket. CC2. Don't know what that is. Do not ride the bucket. Oh, that was... Do you think people do this on construction sites? I think people just like ride in this bucket. It's probably very unsafe. Which is likely why they have this sign. It's something mundane that happened to me. Also, welcome Liquid Cake. The batteries on my analog clock ran out. And I recharged them today. But you know, I took the batteries from my VR controller and put them in there, and then I recharged those. And that's it. That's all I have to say about that. Very, very mundane thing that happened, but it is a thing that happened. Alright, have a good rest of your day, Ruby. Thank you for the raid. Hope you have some good food, huh? Cyber Connect 2. Oh, okay. Let me see. Developers. Developers. Out there developing things. Anyone out there developing things? right now. You could be developing content, gaming, streaming. It's weird that developers now just often refers to software developers, right? You ever think about that? If someone just said they're a developer, you assume that it's software development. But are there other things it could be? Land developer, right? Developing videos. Develop, for real estate developer, that's a thing, right? Maybe. Probably. Land development. Fashion. Why is this bucket cylinder not being washed? What have I not washed about this? Here? Nope. Okay, well, I'm gonna move on to something else. Cab base. This thing right here. The cab. 84 RA. Cab base has been cleaned. Cab roof headlights. I've also not... Oh, look at this. We have not washed any of this. I don't know why I said it like that. We have not washed any of this. I could have just said we haven't washed any of this. Okay, cab roof headlights. This thing right here. Headlights. Has anyone ever had headlights? I remember when I was in, I think, high school, there was like a head lice scare at our school. Like some kid was found with head lice. And then there was like a whole thing where like the school was like, oh, hold on everyone. We're gonna do a manual head lice check on everyone in this grade. Because someone was found with it. I did not have it, but some people did. And I think it was very embarrassing for them, right? It's like you get your head combed, like you're just waiting on the line. And the person's like, you know, looking for lice in your head. And then if you had the lice, everyone would know. Everyone on that line would know that you were sent home. But I didn't have it. Had knit combs out all the time when I was a kid. Knit combs. I don't know. Sounds annoying. Having head lice sounds like it'd be very annoying. Remember when there was a head lice check in elementary school or something? How common is that though? Like in schools? I bet someone thought that experience was incredibly pleasant. I doubt it. I doubt that's the case. Knits and head lice are the same thing. I don't think I've ever heard the term knit in reference to head lice. Possibly. It would make sense. Is that the origin of like when people say nitpicking? Are they literally like, is that a reference to like the head lice knit? Are they like picking the head lice out of whatever they're criticizing? I never stopped to think about what is nitpicking? Like we always think it is what they're picking. I see. So isn't that like a pretty major thing then? Like I feel like nitpicking, when someone's like, oh, I'm just nitpicking, they're like talking about something that's like minor that doesn't matter. But I feel like if you had lice, you would want someone to pick it out. So like, is that really the origin of the phrase nitpicking? I don't know. I've never thought about this until now. There are so many things out there that we just, you know, things that we say every day and we don't even consider. Like, what caused this? What happened? And dates from when everyone had lice, it was just pointless to pick them out one by one. Let's see. I care about minor things and never the big picture. Yeah, but like, I feel like the lice is pretty major though. I think it does, man. I would say, in fact, it is perhaps very important. But I guess if it was back in the day and they had so much of it that it didn't matter, then perhaps. Pick each other's nits. But that assumes that you have them, though. I would imagine most people don't have them. Isn't that also a thing that monkeys do? Don't monkeys do that? They just pick each other's lice. And then they eat them, right? Is it a good source of protein? Track motor wheels. This one. Didn't even wash this. Don't really know why we don't have lice often now, because we wash a lot. Parents also wash kids a lot. I guess we'll never know. We simply have no way of knowing. Etymology. The origin of this phrase. Alright, let's see. We still have not washed these. The track motor wheels. Let's see. Oh, I see. All of these. How did I not notice? Oh, that was still not it? Wait, hold on. Still was not the track motor wheels. Is it this one? Is it the ones on this side? Is it perhaps this? Oh, hold on. This right here. I didn't even notice this. It's gotta be this. Imagine not noticing this. It's like missing the forest for the trees or whatever. Whatever that phrase means. To miss the forest for the trees. This has still not gone up in percentage. Track. What is this? The track motor wheels. It's probably these, right? It's not those. Track motor wheels. So these are the wheels. And yet it's not. It's the track idler. The track idler. Is that something? This has got to be the track motor wheel. Yes, this is the track motor wheel. And then what? It's got to be on the other side, probably. Yes, it totally is. We totally have not washed this. Okay, and then bucket cylinder. Now, I've had no luck with the bucket cylinder. I'm going to move on to the cab wing mirror. Cab wing mirror. This thing right here. There it is. Get the car body. It's a car. This is apparently a car. Body of the car. Oh, another thing I did this weekend. I didn't play Ring Fit Adventure, but I did start jogging in place, and I found out that I would get tired very quickly. So I definitely do need to get some more exercise, especially as return to office is going to be a thing soon. To be able to walk around outside. I feel like I don't remember the last time I like ran. You ever think about this? How often do you run in real life? I feel like I probably have not run in like years. I've never had a situation where I've needed to run in the past few years. Like in daily life, it doesn't come up that often. Like maybe back in the day before COVID when I would take the train, maybe I would like run to make the train. But I feel like I haven't had any need to do so. Run when you hurry. Last time you ran, you broke something? What the? This was recently. What did you break? Pottery? Were you in a pottery store? I often run a bit to hurry over the road. Mostly I run only deliberately. I feel like most people, you only run if you need to like catch something. Like, if the train is there, you're like going up the stairs. A glass Easter egg. Oh yeah, Easter is soon, right? When is Easter? April, April something? Next month. Or if you got hot loot and want to not be caught. That has never happened to me. In a week? What? It's pretty soon. I often associate Easter with April for some reason. Does it get earlier every year? Is it kind of like the Lunar New Year? In the sense that the date changes every every year based on some like different schedule. Sunday, March 31st. Let me see. Also, wait, isn't the calculation of when Easter is actually like really complicated? It's on a lunar schedule. I think like something about calculating when Easter is actually pretty complicated from like a software standpoint. Like, you know the command line tool cal, C-A-L, that shows a calendar? I think one of the functionalities of that was like the computation of Easter was a feature. And it's apparently computed Easter for like a very long time. I don't know. Is Cal? I didn't even know that Cal has holidays, honestly. But that is a feature. No, I think it's eCal, right? I think there's something called eCal that is like for for Easter. Optimized for calculating Easter. Or maybe I made that up. I feel like that was a thing, maybe. What's the deal with Easter anyway? Why is it complicated? Stick cylinder. Where's the stick cylinder? Stick cylinder. Is it perhaps in here? Stick cylinder. Oh, this thing. What the? Okay, so I probably haven't washed underneath. Oh, NCal. Yeah, display calendar and the date of Easter. But the calculation of when Easter is so complicated that having it as a feature is like revolutionary. Welcome, Nano Dan. When do you get to power wash a home's interior? We've done that before. I remember in the Christmas DLC, we do wash the interior. There probably were other ones as well. Sounds chaotic. No, it was Santa's workshop. He's fine with that kind of stuff. Pretty large. But there's always the question of like, where does the water go? And we simply don't know. Right? If you power wash inside, you're like, isn't it just gonna like flood? There's no drainage. But like, you know, if you're out here, it doesn't matter. It'll dry up. We simply don't know. What do we expect this to be? Some kind of like magic water that automatically evaporates? Unbelievable. Unrealistic. Refund this game. 1 out of 10. Magic water. Who do you think I'm, some kind of fool? Imagine your room being power washed in its current state. It would be too much. It would be too messy. It'd be unbelievable. The track lower rollers. Track lower roller. It's this thing. These things right here. Also, I don't know if I greeted you, Stanley. So I will check. I will check now to see if you were already here earlier today. Because, you know, sometimes you just post emotes and I don't know. No, you were here. You were posting emotes. Okay, these things right here. I did not wash these. It's gotta be on the other side. Right there. This thing. There it is. Okay, we got 3 more things to do. The track upper rollers. It's got to be on the other side, right? That's right. It's this thing. This thing right here. Why do they have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. They have like 5 lower rollers and only 2 upper ones? What's the deal with that? It's not even the same. Okay, the main body. This is the main body. But where? But, okay, I see it. The dirt vision, it's there. Upper ones are just idlers? No, but this one's an idler. This is an idler. I didn't even know this was a thing. Track idler, that's a thing. Maybe. Maybe you're right. I don't know too much about vehicles. Especially these. Okay, that one's done. And we finally have the bucket cylinder. Now, we've had issues with the bucket cylinder. I don't know where it is. I mean, I know it's here, but I don't know where we haven't washed. I have washed from here. We've washed from the side. Washed from here. It's gotta be under, though. And I am, in fact, going to hydrate. Right now. Okay. I have hydrated. And now I will try to wash this thing. Perhaps we need this. Right here. Why can't I why can't I put it? What's wrong? What's wrong with this? Right, this does not appear to be doing anything. But maybe it's on the other side. Put this right there. Yeah, that's too close. This is uneven. You seeing this? This is not OSHA compliant. If you were to stand on this, you would like topple over. You'd like fall in here. But this is not real life, so it's fine. Don't have enough height to strands on. Oh wait, this thing right there. There it is. Death Stranding. Strand type game. There it is. All right. Okay, next one. Mars rover, the satellite dish. The food truck is done. The paintball arena. Let's do the satellite dish. Welcome, Mint. Hope you are doing well today. Let's do this one. That looks kind of large. Maybe let's do the Mars rover. Confirm. Alright, okay, this one's pretty small. This may be too small. We do have 40 minutes. I don't think this will take us 40 minutes. But it might. You never know. Sometimes things do take very long. Small for a Mars rover, they're shockingly big. What the frick is that? What is this? A drone? Yeah, this is pretty small. This is like smaller than... This is like about the size of a human. It's ingenuity. That thing? Are these based on real Mars things? It's kind of wild. When you think about like how we as humans were able to launch something into space and monitor it from so far away. Like, man, technology. Like sending someone to space and coming back? What the heck? I mean, I guess these things don't really tend to come back, but humans, they do. Ingenuity. It's the helicopter. Oh. Mars 2020. Welcome, X-Tag. What are those footprints? Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's humans. It's just how things are. What are those? What are those? Technology? Pretty cool. When they send things into space and then you're like, whoa, that's cool. And then it comes back from space alive? Like, wow. How did they do that? How do things have enough power to leave the orbit? Like, you know, to leave Earth, you gotta like have all this fuel. And then you land. And then how do you come back? I guess the places you land are not as big as Earth. They probably don't need as much resources. It's called the rocket equation. Is it like the minimum amount of mass that you need to leave orbit? Kerbal Space Program. Okay, I feel like that probably would explain a lot. To understand orbiting physics, escape velocity, all of this stuff. Really fun. Wasn't there like a second game that apparently is not as good? Kerbal Space Program 2 was apparently like unfinished or something. Or is that still an open beta? Is that still a... Wait, oh, I just noticed the gravity is lower. Early access, none of the original team? Okay, that would be weird. Okay. A lot of people are fans of the first game, though. Forgot about KSP 2. Yeah. It's cool, though, you know? Learn things from games. Learn how to build spaceships. Machines. There's probably people that played that game like as a kid and then like were like, hey, this is cool, and then went on to do that like as their real job. There's definitely games like that. 0 actual math science background, learned enough in that game to get the probes to Jupiter. Dang. Pretty cool. Every time I see someone play, it's like it looks so complicated. Like, there's so much stuff you gotta consider. You gotta, like, align things properly. Have the right mass. Rotate stuff. Send them to Jupiter to get more super? No. See, now when I think of Jupiter, I think of, like, Bellatrix. I think, oh, Jupiter, that's the thing that makes your flushes worth more points. Mind virus. And then I think of Saturn and I'm like, oh, that's the thing you use to get the straights. To level up the straights. Poker. In poker, okay? Specifically poker. The game does the vast majority of the math for you. I would hope so. Would it be, it'd be weird if they didn't. But yeah, you also have to think of all the math. All of the physics, you gotta compute it. The days come where I get to call Wolfie out on an addiction. It's not really an addiction, though. At what point does something become an addiction? It's like, it's not like I'm spending every waking moment of my day being like, I gotta play Bellatrix. It's more just like, I have free time, I'm gonna play this game. It's just a fun way to pass the time. And it's good. Good game. It sold like 1 million copies. Do you know that? Imagine selling 1 million copies as a solo developer. Addiction is if it starts negatively affecting your life. Is that necessarily true though? Like, could you be addicted to something but it's like positive? Is it only addiction if it's bad? Is that the strict dictionary definition? I've been losing sleep. I have not been losing sleep. I've been sleeping pretty well. Honestly. Past few days, been great. Love to sleep. It's addiction when it's hard for you to stop doing it despite doing it very often already. Then I would say it's not an addiction. Like, I'm not addicted to water and breathing because they're not bad. Okay. Let me see. Okay, but like, what is the dictionary definition of addiction? The negative effect is central see. I guess there's a difference between like a habit and an addiction. Because like a habit is kind of the same thing, except like good. I guess it doesn't have to be good. It's like it occurs regularly. Maybe not. Maybe they're not the same thing. They're pretty different. Etymology. Words meaning things. What else can I wash here? Probably on the bottom. Compulsive, chronic, physiological, or psychological need, or a habit-forming substance, behavior, or activity. Okay, so it has harmful effects. And there's withdrawal. Whoa, what the frick? Do you see? How did I get launched in there? I should read the Ruri Dragon manga? But why? What is that? What's the appeal of this manga? Almost left orbit. Whoa. How does that happen? Oh, this we haven't watched this at all. Actually, one of the Headspace sleepcasts that I enjoy. There's one where this guy talks about like you're taking a tour of Mars. That one's a good sleepcast. It's like, oh, you're on Mars. We're on the Mars rover. Going very quietly, and then he tells you various facts about Mars. There was one about the moon as well. I always get the two confused. Did you know that either on Mars or the moon, I forget which one, they don't call it a day, they call it a sol. S-O-L. Instead of today, it's like to sol. That's Mars. Okay, it's Mars. It's called a sol. I know, I've learned some things. The sun is right there. Look at that sun, so bright. Sol Morrow. Instead of tomorrow, it's Sol Morrow. See, my parents took me a lot to a lot of astronomy lectures growing up because I was interested in it. The 90s were very Mars heavy. Much of that info stuck. That's good, at least. I feel like a lot of times when people do things as kids, they don't remember them. They just learn like random facts, and then suddenly you're like, I don't know. I feel like I knew this at some point. I forgot it. But to remember, that's good. It's about a normal girl that wakes up with horns one morning. She's told she's half dragon. Proceeds to live her usual daily life, and learns how to handle the dragon features of her body. I see. Well, if I read manga, then maybe I would check it out. Unfortunately, I do not. When I first told people my parents took me to academic lectures on the weekend when I was a kid, they assumed it was punishment. How dare kids enjoy learning things? They should be out there going to Chuck E. Cheese. They should be doing sports ball. Learning, that's cringe. No, learning is very based. Love to learn. It is surprising that people would assume that it's punishment, though. Like, would they personally be like, well, if my parents did that to me, I would have hated it. So therefore, it has to be punishment. I guess because it's a lecture. Because, like, I guess if it was like they took you to the museum, they'd be like, yo, that's cool. It's the fact that someone is actively like teaching something. Is like, oh, what the heck? Learning in a lecture environment? Strange. Still love school. I did enjoy school until I got to college. I've talked about this before. I was like, man, math is so cool. I love learning calculus, pre-calc. That was so cool. I was so excited. I was like, when I was taking like pre-calc, I would talk to people online and they'd be like, yo, you like this? Wait until you get to this part of calculus. And I was like, oh man, that sounds cool. And then I got to that part and I'm like, that is cool. It was nice. But then everyone else hated it. And then I got to college and then school was actually hard and then I hated school. Can't. Literally can't. Okay, we're almost done washing this thing. Tires, wheel hubs, mystery hatch. Wheel hubs. Wheel hubs. This is a wheel hub, but where's the wheel hub that I have not washed? Wheel hub. Oh, it's like over here. It's over there. Okay, so it's got to be the other side. Probably this. Maybe not. Oh no, I finished the wheel hubs. Okay. The tires. Tires spelled with a Y. That's how you know it's British. Tires. That's right. We're washing the tires. That's not it. Is this not it? Tires. Right here. Okay, there it is. Mystery hatch. I don't even know where this is. Oh, it might be it might be like this way. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a gnome. Why is this gnome green? The heck is in here? I've not even seen it. It's so bright. The sun's reflections. So bright. How do we get water on Mars? Confused. Alright, there it is. There is the Mars rover. Alright, let's see. We got the gnome fountain. The steam locomotive. Satellite dish. Solar station. All of these look like it'll take a while. Is there like another... Is there like DLC we can do? Specials. Some free DLC perhaps? Seasonal specials? Okay, it's only the Christmas one. Back to the Future. Tomb Raider Midgar. Tomb Raider. Okay, well... Let's do... this one. This one doesn't look too large. Learn that you were supposed to fluff rice cooker rice. Probably. Likely. What's this? Fluffing things out of the rice cooker is an excellent idea. Probably. Oh, we have access to this thing. There's people out there that don't wash rice. People out there that just put the rice in. I mean, I've never cooked. I've never used the rice cooker either, but I know you're supposed to wash the rice. Welcome, Markler. You can relate to malfunctioning astronomy probes. Can you? Is this a very relatable thing? What's this door? What's in this door? Control room. You're out there trying to control this room. They probably have hemorrhoids. What are you talking about? The astronomy probes? The Mars rover? When you think of rover, the name rover, do you think of a dog? Rover is like a common name for a dog, yes. See, but like in Animal Crossing, they made Rover a cat, which is really weird. Yes. Rodney Dangerfield animated dog movie, Rover Dangerfield. Also, thank you Denchi for the resub. Game Red Rover. I also think of dog. However, I also think of Animal Crossing Rover, who was a cat. And I was like, why did they name this cat Rover? Imagine naming your cat Rover. Welcome, Metal Deer. Red Rover was a hecked up game. I don't know what that is. Is that the one where like a bunch of people are standing in a line with their hands interlinked and then like someone like runs into them? Is that what that is? Yes. Okay, we've never played that at school, so I never have seen it. That does seem kind of unsafe. I don't know. Rover could be a rat name also. Could it though? Do you know a rat named Rover? They run full speed and that seems like an easy way to get an injury. Do kids still play that? Probably. No idea why they tried to sell Rodney Dangerfield to children. I feel like I've heard that name before, but I don't know who that is. Is that an actor? Is that a magician? The guy with the eyes? Who? The guy with the eyes? Isn't that everyone? The guy with the eyes? No respect? Oh wait, I feel like I know what that is. Even if you don't know his name, you know his stuff. Insanely influential. Rodney Dangerfield. Let me look this up. I feel like I might know. Rodney. Oh, this guy. Okay, yeah, I know this guy. I know of this guy. Oops, alt-tabbed. It's funny, and about 90% of his jokes work out to I won a place and the person told me I was ugly and should KMS. Oh, that guy. Is that the guy who's always like, you know how like a lot of comedies like about married men hating their wives or whatever? Is that him? Was he one of those guys? He's like, oh man, love being married to my wife, however, blah blah blah. It's like a common trope in comedy. He's ahead of his time. Sounds like a spin-off of Napoleon Dynamite. Rodney Dangerfield. His wife hated him. It's a subversion. Also, Stream Elements is broken. It is not showing the message that I reacted to. Stream Elements, what's going on? Missing all the mess. There it is. Oh, comedy. You know what's funny? Comedy. Comedy is pretty funny. That trope sure is significant in a lot of culture. It is kind of messed up. I admire a lot of Borscht Belt comedians like him. Borscht Belt. Not heard that term either. Actually, I haven't seen a lot of stand-up comedy like recently. I think when I was in high school, I probably watched a lot of like Comedy Central when they had like, you know, the stand-up on there. But I don't remember the last time I've actually like watched a stand-up comedy routine like in full. Is this still popular? Are people still like doing it? I mean, probably. I'd be surprised if they stopped. I feel like it's like, I don't know, less of a thing now. Do people even still stand up? Sit down comedy. It is less of a thing. I feel like COVID also probably would have like stopped a lot of that, right? Because like, you know, stand-up comedy, you go to a physical venue, someone's talking at you. When COVID is a thing, you don't want to be out in public. You don't want to be, you know, talked at by someone on stage without a mask. So maybe. Still exists. I can relate to that. Haven't seen many recent stand-up routines. Exactly, right? It's not even really much of a thing anymore. 15 years ago, stand-up comedians were household names. Yeah, what are some recent stand-up comedians? COVID had the boom of stand-up comedy specials on Netflix. Yeah, but like I don't have Netflix. Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Louis C.K. The Borscht Belt was basically a region of slightly upstate New York, Catskills, that had summer resorts that catered to Jewish people in that region. Oh. So Rodney Dangerfield was from there. Why do they call them stand-up comedians anyway if most of the people in the room are sitting? No, the comedians are standing. Denchi, have you not even thought about this? The comedian is sitting. Sorry, the comedian is standing. Everyone else is sitting. Do you think that maybe if the stand-up comedians were funnier, that the audience would be standing also? Is the comedian not allowed to sit? It's rare. They might sit sometimes. What if they're in a wheelchair? Don't know. I don't know if I can name any time that I've seen a wheelchair-bound stand-up comedian. Now that I think about it. Are there any famous wheelchair-bound comedians? I assume there were more comedians in New York, but my city has decent draw too. There are stand-up places you can go to, but like, you know, I don't go to them. I don't go outside. But even if I did go outside, I would not go to like a stand-up bar. Because I have no interest in that. Video name says something in Spanish. Gabriel Iglesia. That was a guy. That was a guy that did stand-up comedy. The only modern stand-up guy I know is Stavros Alkias. I've also never heard of him. I don't think they have any stand-up bars here. They probably do. I'd be surprised if there were no stand-up bars in Germany. There's gotta be, right? There has to be. Is stand-up... You know, when I think about it, I only really know stand-up comedy in the US because, you know, because I am from the US. But, like, you think stand-up comedy is as popular in other regions? Because, like, Japan has its own, like, it's got, like, manzai comedy. It's, like, its own thing. Which is similar, but not exactly the same. And I think I got recommended a tweet on Twitter that was, like a white guy doing stand-up comedy in China, speaking Chinese. And he was like, oh yeah, back in the US, we have, Boston accents, and, you know, this is what they sound like. Yeah, that thing. I saw that one too. I never thought about that, you know? Just going to a different country, doing stand-up in a different language, using comedy from the US abroad. They're laughing. They're like, oh, Boston accents, they do be wacky. James A. Caster. Oh, that's the British guy, right? That's the guy from, what's that show? Taskmaster, right? Yeah, that's him. Get a load of this guy. The main issue is what if the comedian picks on you? It is true. What if they're like, look at this guy, he's on his phone, he probably watches VTubers, Imagine that. Imagine a stand-up comedian who is a VTuber. Hey, look at this guy, he probably watches VTubers, everyone make fun of him. That's what they sound like. All of them sound exactly like that. Stavros Halkas sounds like something from a sci-fi JRPG. Stavros. What's the deal with VTubers? Haha. If you learn Mandarin, you can rerun bad late 80s, early 90s routines in China and be mega famous. Wait, I feel like this is more common than we think. Wasn't there like a whole thing in Japan of like a white guy doing stand-up comedian stuff in Japan, but the whole thing was like, Japanese people, why? Right? Do you remember that guy? It's like I feel like it's a very common thing. Just people doing stand-up comedy in other regions. Just a thing. You know, this guy spent $250 on Akasupas last month. Yeah. Classic VTuber stand-up comedy. Hey, what's the deal? VTubers? That's a ham plug joke. What's the deal? There's gotta be like a stand-up comedian VTuber out there, right? There's like such a wide variety of VTubers. I'd be surprised if there wasn't one. Someone who like is professionally a stand-up comedian. And they just do VTubing on the side. Could be a thing. And if not, it should be. That's probably people that like go in VR chat, right? Aren't there like VR chat stand-up comedy like rooms? There definitely are. I've seen videos about them. Unfortunately, I think all the ones I've seen are people being like racist. There's this video about like the Facebook, what is it? The Meta Quest has like its own what is it, Meta Horizons or whatever? It's like the Facebook equivalent of VR chat, but it's bad. But then there's like a guy who was like, man, are people actually using this? And then he like went on Meta Horizons for like a week. He went to like everyone was children, and he was like, I gotta find some place that actually has like adults. And then he went to like a stand-up comedy bar in VR. But then all the jokes were just like some guy being racist or sexist. It's like, this is not actually funny. But there's gotta be stand-up comedians that, like, go in VR and, like, are actually funny. Yeah, didn't you watch this video? Probably. Or do you think, like, when COVID was a thing and, like, a lot of stand-up comedy bars had to close down, do you think some of those stand-up comedians, like, went on VR and were like, you know, if no one's gonna be listening to this stand-up bit in real life, I'm gonna go practice in VR. Probably. There's probably at least one guy doing that. It's never even met a horizon. It is pretty hard to meet one though, because they're like so far away. You can never truly approach the horizon. Fortunately, it's the only guy who played Kramer. Oop. Racist guy. I remember we talked about this. We were like, whatever happened to that guy? He got canceled for being racist, but then, like, did he ever recover? Apparently not. He never came back from that. He is still, to this day, suffering from whatever he did that day. I've gone to church every Sunday for years and listened to horrible jokes every week. The people love it. Is it all, like, religious jokes? He could have recovered at this point? I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe. I forget. I remember it was like on a fishing stream. We checked his Wikipedia article. And we're like, what's this guy up to? And nothing. He's not been doing anything. That's good stuff too. What's the best joke? What's the best church stand-up comedy joke you've heard? It's like, presumably it can't be blasphemous. They can't be saying things that upset God. Probably. Can't go too far. Gotta be family friendly, somewhat. Best joke is that Jesus died for all our sin. Is that a joke though? Or was it real? Is it a joke or is it for real? Hey, there could be a joke that I remember seeing, you know, when when they were gonna kill TikTok, and there was like a Twitter thread that was like, hey, name one reason why TikTok should not be banned. There's one that was like, you know, a bunch of people back in the day when Jesus was alive, and they were like, hey Jesus, can you make like a different type of wine? Like, I know you can turn water into wine, but you always just make like this one basic kind of wine. Can we get like maybe like a fancier one, like a... I don't know names of wine, but they were naming all kinds of wines. And he was like, I can't do that, sorry, I can only do this one kind of wine. They're like, I know, like it's better than water, but like, can we get like some variety? That was a joke. That was some jokes. What if he could make different types of wine? Tensions are too deep to express in Twitch chat. Shouldn't have gone there? Okay. That's fine. Totally fine. Who's out here washing things? They should ban it because I don't like it. What? Think of all the funny TikToks. Of which there are many. Such as that one. Should probably take a shower, but I'm doing a power wash. I'm gonna end the stream soon, so probably in like 5 minutes. So you could shower then. It does work out. Like 5 to 10 minutes. Soon. The typical schedule. Until 7:45 or 7:50. Then I'm gonna play Balatro off stream. And then I'm gonna watch other people stream. That's how it is. Balatro. Balatro. Anyway, what's the deal with comedy, huh? Do you think cavemen had comedy back in the days? Do you think they understood the concept of jokes? Do you think they had, like, caveman comedy? Comedies, got 'em. I think they had, like a stand-up bar. Probably. Seen a caveman drawing of Among Us? Is that real though? Coconut hit head. Did they have coconuts back then? I spent so much time thinking about why jokes are funny. Made me super mentally ill over this subject. Yeah, what's up with comedy? What do you think was the first joke ever? What was the first joke that was ever made in all of human history? Well, I guess we'll never know. But it must have been so funny. Imagine being the first guy to ever make a joke. You're like, to be the inventor of comedy, but you were so early that no one could record it. But it was grape juice, it was actually grape vodka. Classic. Classic moment. Cavemen couldn't even pants grab, they had loincloths. They didn't even have the pants. The first joke must have been so funny, you know? Imagine being the first person to laugh. Right? You know, as humans, we're so used to laughing because, you know, we see comedy in our daily lives. But like back in the day, what was there to laugh about? Right? Imagine being the first person to laugh and be like, what the heck is this feeling? What is this sensation? Humor? I don't know what this is. Strange. Probably a baby laughing. Okay, you're probably right. I never thought about this. But okay, to laugh at you like something funny, not just because you're happy, but because something was so funny. I guess babies do be laughing at like anything. The Sumerian proverb goes, something which has never occurred since time immemorial. Young woman did not fart in her husband's lap. It's a bit of a dry joke by modern standards. It holds the title of the oldest recorded joke. 1900 BC. I see. Fart jokes. Everyone understands them. People back in the day had expectations that could be subverted. That's the focal point of humor, like even watching someone trip and fall. The expectation of them to continue walking is violated. It could be funny, that kind of thing. It made apes laugh. It is true. It could just be physical humor, you know? Before language was really a thing. They just saw someone like trying to hunt a boar, and then they like fell over, and you're like, haha. And they fell. They didn't even know. They couldn't even catch the boar. Hilarious. Just arrived at the most important meeting. 4000 BC. Explain this emo. A dog. Insane dog. They could have laughed at dogs. Maybe they saw a dog doing something. They thought it was funny. Maybe they... I don't know. What is the dog doing? What even was a dog back in those days? Domesticated wolf. something. Imagine being the first person to domesticate a wolf. You like took your wolf back to the den or whatever, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, hey, what is that? that thing is dangerous. It could kill us." And he said, "Nah, check it out. It's cool." And then the wolf was like, "Yeah, I'm cool. Don't worry about it." And then they fed it stuff, and then it hunted stuff for them. Wow. Shiba Inu were close to what the original dog looked like? What the? Original? Yeah, the wolf talked. That's how it is. The wolf was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." Imagine the wolf, the wolf spoke perfect English, but then the cavemen did not speak English. They didn't understand. So then the wolf had to start barking. It's like, okay, you don't understand English. Okay, fine. Let me just bark at you. And then they understood. Language. Yeah, just like that. There's a guy who walks a Shiba Inu around my neighborhood at exactly noon every day. Is it good? Is it a good Shiba Inu? Is it a good dog? A goated dog. Look at this. Nice and good. Good to hear. Dogs do be pretty good though. Pretty cool. Alright. Oh, frick, I fell. No fall damage though. Dog barking. That's a good emote. One of the best emotes on Twitch. It's up there with the rat. Thank you. The rat emote is used surprisingly often though. It's like surprisingly like rats come up that often in other chats, apparently. Still prefer the original Choco J dog, yeah. That's classic. The rats. Whoops. The rat and the dog. Choco's emotes are another level. They're readable at low resolutions. Yeah, she specifically edits the low resolution ones to make them more readable. And I think that's cool. Most people don't do that. I don't even do that. I have no reason to. Anyway, I guess that'll be it for today. It is about that time. Oh no. Stare at the sun. Alright, let's find out what day it is. Let's raid someone. Yo, the music stopped at the perfect moment. Sorry, it kept going. Never mind, it didn't stop. Okay, let's see. Awkward Moments Day, National Biodiesel Day, Act Happy Day, Clean Monday, Global Recycling Day, Goddess of Fertility Day, Lacy Oatmeal Cookie Day, Sloppy Joe Day, Supreme Sacrifice Day, Welderly Day. Transit Driver Appreciation Day. I like that one. Global Recycling Day, also pretty good. Let's do this one. Transit Driver Appreciation Day Raid. Alright, who do I want to raid? Let's see. Who is streaming today? Oh no, Twitter Twitch broke my my plugin again. The plugin that I used to see when I last raided someone, it doesn't work anymore. I literally fixed this like last week or 2 weeks ago. And they've killed it. Killed it once more. Welcome Fuse Hunter as well. Man, now I have to like manually try to decide who to raid. Let's see. Dang. Let's raid. When did I last raid any of these people? Here, let's raid Hamfla. Let's raid Hamfla. I don't know when I last raided him. My plugin is broken, but whatever. We're gonna go to Hamflo's stream. Thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow with Balatro. And got fishing on Wednesday. Got more Dark Souls Thursday. And on Friday we got more Picross. And Saturday we got various games as usual. That's this week. Good stream. Good power washing. I'm now going to sit here and wait until that raid goes. Soon. Very soon. So soon. Any moment now. Sure is going. That raid sure is going. Cool. Very cool. Very cool times out here. Okay, raid's going. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.